Welcome to Astoria Film Festival's virtual step and repeat interviews. Today we're speaking with Radheya Jegatheva, who won our Best Experimental Short in our 2018 Film Festival, and whose drama short, The Quiet, is in our 2020 Film Festival.
Yeah, for sure.
That's awesome. How are you?
I'm good. Yeah. It's thankfully the COVID situation over here in my particular area is like really good in that there's like no community transmission anymore.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's
Are you in New
kind
Zealand, any chance?
of,
We all wish we were in New Zealand over here.
I think at this point the whole world does, but yeah, it's yeah, I'm doing all right. Just my final year of uni at the moment, and I'm actually doing an internship right now with Nokia Bell Labs in New Jersey. So I was supposed to go, but obviously because of COVID, all the interns are working remotely. So I'm very grateful that I'm still able to do it. But yeah, it's an interesting experience.
So tell us a bit about The Quiet and what prompted you to make that.
Yeah, so The Quiet, I think there's a bunch of different kind of reasons, or like how it came about, I guess influences. So I always loved space. My first probably animated film was about space. I had this thought, just a thought of stars and salt, the sound of salt shakers, and then the gas stove, the sound of a gas stove, and the sun. And that was it at that point. And I thought, okay, this could go somewhere potentially. I'll just kind of have this and see see how it marinates and see where it could possibly go. But yeah, so at the same time, I was also thinking about like silence and isolation, interestingly, because especially with my animated films, animation is a kind of a very lonely process. It's very much like I'm kind of cooped up in my room,
Yes.
working away at it. And so, but I like my alone time. But I was just kind of I kept thinking about that and wondering, how silence might, affect someone's psyche, and how an individual's, I was really interested in wanting to see how a character's attitude towards silence might change drastically over the course of his lifetime in a number of different contexts. So that was something I kind of wanted to play with. And so I started, more kind of ideas kind of kept coming in. And yeah, with all my animated films so far, it was very much an evolutionary process. I had no idea where it was going to go. Even while I was making it, it was kind of coming together in that sense. So the writing and the production side of it were very much interlinked, and kind of, I would get an idea because I was making something, rather than making something because I thought of the idea in it. So it was a mixture of both. Because I think because it was like that, so there are obviously a lot of different visual styles throughout the film, and so I wanted it to be this kind of very free-flowing, like very much like involving kind of these smooth transitions between scenes. Firstly, to make them not seem so jarring, but also because it's kind of very I guess nebulous. Like we're going through his met these characters' memories, and they're all kind of kind of leading into one another. I mean, not it's kind of like a stream of consciousness in a sense. And so I wanted to kind of reflect that visually. It was really great to be able to welcome my dad again, because he narrated the film, but also he was more involved in the writing process as well. So, we'd keep bouncing ideas off of each other, and it was also just really great to be able to work with someone so close to. And yeah, that's The Quiet.
So what are you working on these days?
So my internship, because of COVID, my film unit, it was postponed, or it was paused, and then it got unpaused. So I'm kind of going into the break as well. And there was also a film, I'm like 70%, 60, 70% complete, but it's another animation. It's a film about environmentalism, but it's told through 7 classical paintings, each in relation to the 7 deadly sins. So it's like it's more like non-narrative, experimental. But yes, been a many months in the making. And yes, very excited about it. But yeah, we'll still be a few months more, I think.
How can people find your work?
I do have an Instagram handle. It's at my name, Radheya_J.
And so anything else you'd like to add before we wrap up?
Thank you so much for being able to still have the Astoria Film Festival running in these circumstances, and for, this being so incredible, and for giving us this wonderful opportunity to be part of the festival. It's means so much to us, and yeah, thank you so much, and I'm so excited.
Thank you. And yeah, I mean, the world is weird, but we'll figure out a way we'll figure out a way forward. So thank you. I'm really glad to have you on here.